having your layout in the van is very important. It's nice to be prepared. Be prepared so that if you wake up in the morning, you can just stretch across. Kettle's already on the hob, ready to go. Light it up, and then we can be just relaxing in bed for another few minutes while the kettle boils. Also, another important thing is to, with your layout, if you can, have your fridge so it's accessible, so you can get in there, get your milk out in the morning already. Tea bag and everything can be ready in the cup from the night before, and yeah, nice and easy. I'm Jeff Scott, and this is my video about my van, and hopefully I can help share some tips with you for when you build yours. Of course, making a cup of tea in the morning isn't the only important job. So make sure you can get to your toilet. Now, lights are something that's important as well, and I've got some LED lights which give out a nice good output with a very low battery usage, because of course the battery is the most important thing when you're in here while camping. I do have some of the old bulbs, the old lights as well, which is your more power hungry bulbs, and it's just because I had them and I used them just for the sake of to save buying more, to save a bit of cost. But I can use these ones for extra light when I need to around the kitchen area, perhaps if I was washing up, but then I can go back and just use the LED ones for longer term power. So there's lighting that was cheap because I had it anyway, left over from the caravan that I stripped, and there's LED lighting which is very economical to use, but what you really can't beat is light from the sun from outside using the roof light. Yeah, we got this one open up here. Shut it up for the night time. And the beauty of the roof light is that you got that nice light from the sun to wake up with, but you could really still be absolutely anywhere. Now the heater is something that's important as well, and this heater is from the caravan. It's a bit big, the heater, to be honest, but at the same time actually I can use it without using any electrical power at all, just running off the gas, so can leave it on all night if I have to. And of course the fridge here, which is freeway, it's of course it's got your catches on there as well, which is very handy. The fridge is freeway, gas, 12 volt or 240 volt depending on the situation. Got all the healthy stuff in there for a bacon sandwich or even a beer for the evening. I turn off that gas now, that heater, because it's very warm in here. Another important thing here, let's get the hot water going, set the temperature, and you can just leave that on all the time if you want, or just leave it on for 15 minutes, get some hot water and switch it off again. I mean, with the bed things, I don't think it's necessary to have a permanently made up bed in the back of the van. I did actually think when I was building it that this would be the main bed at the back. There's a panel which I slot in the middle there if I wanted to use it as like a large single or a small double. But actually it just takes a couple of minutes to pack away in here, and you're back to being able to have a nice bit of space to sit down in. And it really kind of works out to have the seat as convert into the bed for me, and yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's no trouble at all. The old good morning Quaker oats. Get a good start to the day, and nice and healthy too, which is rare for me, because I spend all my time eating junk on the road. Let's get that on the hob. Now I did have a full gas oven and grill and hob combination which I could have put in here. It come from the caravan which I use for parts as a donor, but the truth is, you know what, a caravan is very wide. This van is quite narrow in comparison, and there's just not the room for it. If I'd put in a big oven, sure, it would have come all the way out to here. I wouldn't be able to walk past the thing. And let's face it, you know, I'm not likely to use the oven anyway. It's not like I'm going to be cooking a lot of roast dinners. This is mostly for surf trips, and as it would happen now, business meetings as well. Why not? So for me, the 2 burner hob is quite sufficient for what I need, and it doesn't take up too much room. Still room enough for the fridge to go below it. Next after breakfast will be a nice shower, I think. For me, it's always important to have a bit of wardrobe space, and so consider it that it's probably better if you can have somewhere where you can hang up your clothes, your shirts, your trousers, rather than have them tucked away in some box and all creased up. It's just another little thing that's handy. Home away from home. I like to be prepared in the van and keep you know, spare toothbrush, spare toothpaste, razor, shaving gel, and anything you might need really, you know, paracetamols and anything. So if you want to go for a trip, there's a few clothes in the cupboard. Just jump in the van, go to the shops, get some bacon, get some milk, get some bread and some butter, and you know, away we go, ready to do a trip at short notice. I find it's easier than staying in a travel lodge, because if I go to a travel lodge, I've got to pack a big bag of stuff. Switching back to day mode now. And of course we need a bit of demisting on the windscreen now. Luckily enough, I already turned off my alarm this morning, because my trick seemed to always be to turn the ignition on and forget to turn the alarm off. And of course you wake up in a street somewhere, and I'm sure the neighbours aren't too happy with an alarm going off early in the morning when you're trying to creep away unnoticed. But with the alarm, you know, you can switch the alarm on and you can switch off the interior sensors, so you can sleep with the alarm on, and it just gives you a bit more confidence, because obviously just pulling up somewhere, you don't really know the area, you don't really know what it's like, and it's just nice to be able to have that extra bit of security of having the alarm switched on while you're sleeping. There's a bit of washing up for later on. There's my gauges as well. So this is all the 240 volt stuff, for when you're plugged in on the mains on the hookup. You can charge your leisure batteries, or in fact the way I've got it configured is, if I have the switch down, I'd be charging my leisure battery. If I had the switch up, I'd be charging the actual car van running battery. Then water pump switch, I can switch that off now. That's a switch for my television power. And then we've got the water level here, which is nice to know how much water you've got. You can't really see that very well because the exposure. Let me lighten it up a bit. So it's nice to see how much water you've got. Yeah, and here we go, plenty of water left even after that shower. And what you do with this type of one is you fill the water up completely, and then you use this I guess like a calibration adjustment gauge to once you've got a full tank, to be at the full line, because the different water can give off a different result when you fill up from different places. So that's something that's quite important to do as well. So I guess we better get this windscreen demist in here, ready to drive away with all the condensation that's going around, and on with the day. Now, probably the best piece of advice I can offer you if you're planning your build at the moment, whether you're going to build it yourself or get someone to build it for you, is don't rush. Take your time. Consider all the things that you might need in there. Speak to as many people as you can. Watch all the stuff on the YouTube, the videos that are on YouTube, and the pictures, the forums, because and talk to people who actually use the motorhomes as well, whether they be a self-built one or whether they're ones that they've bought from the factory, because there will be things you're going to forget. Luckily for me, I started working on mine. It's for 4 or 5 months after I bought the van it took before I had a chance to start working on it, which gave me a lot of time to think about it. Then I spent probably another 3 or 4 months doing all the stuff like the tanks underneath, putting the roof vents in, and doing a lot of things like behind the scenes planning, to the point where you could barely even notice on the inside that there's anything much had changed. It was quite disheartening, seeing as I spent like hundreds of hours of labour already on it at that time. But what that meant was there was a whole year that passed since I bought the van to before I actually fitted the interior side of the van, and so I kept adding new things. I kept adding lighting for the outside, and I could, at that point, there was no problem to run wires. So by the time I actually finished the build, one of the things that I really forgot about was a mirror. So trying to shave, it was the first time away was a bit difficult, but there can be worse things than forgetting about a mirror, eh? So of course you can use your mobile phone camera to do your shaving in or do your hair. And I know what you're thinking, I didn't do a very good job of it. So plan it, have a good think about what you're going to need from it, talk to as many people as you can. And this is one of the reasons why I'm filming this video for you, is I'm not looking for any motorhome build work. I do the small jobs, the leisure batteries, the alarms, the deadlocks, but I've got no time in my life for another big build like this, because this took me, I think, 500 or 600 hours labour, and the cost was incredible. So as a business for me it just wouldn't work out. But I have left the information online for you, which might help you make your decision. What I would really appreciate is please click the Facebook like, click the Google Plus, share the page with as many people as you can, and that may help me for my search engine rankings for the stuff that I am targeting for supply and fit. Maybe click this page and on the home page as well if you can. That would be much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this helpful.